You're watching The Dusty Show. Let's do it!
Just listen up, motherfuckers, I'm about to spit about the world's greatest show, yeah, this is it. Like 8 years, if I'm getting insane, this dude's out of his mind, that's his message thing. When show on drops, it's time to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your anus! We doing this shit!
Oh yeah! Religious bullshit, you don't wanna make you feel like dying, cause you touch your more children, and it'll lead you right here. Go from zeros to heroes, just for one day. It's the world's greatest show, and it's
Fist bump with me, everybody! Can you feel it? Get ready! Everybody, like I said, rock!
It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. And we never grow. Time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show.
And we never go old! What the fuck is up, universe? Welcome to the chillest show that ever exists. It's me, calm, collected, Dusty Smith. Appreciate you for joining me tonight. It's Monday. You're on drugs. And folks, got a decent show for you guys tonight. We'll see how the fucks goes. No promises. What'd you guys do this weekend? Tell you what I did. Mostly just play VR. Try some of the new VR games. Try Chronos the New Dawn. It's alright. You're not supposed to be able to play any of these games in VR, but I know how, baby. I know how. And then I tried Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Remake. It was terrible. Why they got talking like that? He like some white dude, but he's talking like a anime Asian dude. Ha ha! I'm gonna go over there and steal the enemy secrets. Ha ha! Shut the fuck up! And I played that Hell Is Us in VR. It was alright too. It's just really hard for anything to compete with Cyberpunk, to be honest with you. Man, Cyberpunk's such a special experience. Got games like Cyberpunk and The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 and all of the Resident Evil games. Nothing else really meets up to that level, unfortunately. So, went back to some Night City. God did what I had to do. Then I watched that new Office spinoff, The Paper, and love me some Office, but it wasn't very good, to be honest with you. It wasn't very good. It was, I gave it a C-, to be honest with you. Only old Office guy I had on there was Oscar. And so if you love The Office, I guess you could give it a shot. I ain't really care for that much, but whatever. I'm just happy they're making some new shit for me to watch. And also, I smoke weed. I did it. So, CB, you know who you are. Hero CB sent me. He sent me this, y'all. Fuck yeah. First time I've had weed in like 6 months. And so, yeah, I got a little bit of stone yesterday, and that'd be a fucking blast. Oh, my God. Hello, old friend. I had missed you. Everybody send me weed in Minecraft. And all right, let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. Me and Pretty Boy, we gonna do it. We hyped up tonight. I've had my caffeine pill. We ready to fucking go. As always, just lifeblood of the show are the super chats. First off, you see this QR code above my head? Yeah, you do. You're not blind. Unless you are. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you take your camera phone and you aim it at that, it pops a link up, goes to my PayPal. You guys could PayPal me tips and shit. That'd be great. But more importantly, over here, $. Click the $sign behind your boy Dusty. Boom, that's not the right, but there we go. Click the $sign and then super chat me and then donate money. And I read words. That's how it works. Super chat. I don't let no ads run on my show, folks. I don't have no sponsors. I don't sell out. I don't have no merchandise. Nothing. 100% you supported. So support the show. And all right, let's go ahead and get it going, folks. Another crazy ass week. Why wouldn't it be in this hellscape of America? And I did it again, folks. I hadn't done this in a while, but we got AI to animate the thumbnail. I try as hard as shit to get Google Gemini to make Trump say shit, but it's like, nah, we recognize that's Trump. And I'm like, that's not Trump. That's some generic military guy. AI is like, you ain't fooling us, Dusty. That's fucking Trump. Anyway, but Kling is Chinese, and Kling's like, we don't give a shit, baby. But it's not as good. So anyway, gave you one shot, AI, to animate this thumbnail. Let's see how you did. All right, that's kind of creepy. A little bit creepy, to be honest with you. It's all right. I give you a B. B- on that one, AI. B-. All right, we're going to start off with Donald Trump declares war on America. This is his weekly attempt to distract us from the Epstein files, y'all. Obvious what's happening here, folks. When I saw this to begin with, I literally didn't believe this is real. I know, me covering this show for what, 8 years I've been doing this? And still, this motherfucker managed to surprise me. I had to look it up. I was like, is this real? Hell no. So he memed himself as one of the characters from Apocalypse Now, which is a war movie. I guess it's Vietnam or some shit. I don't know. And it says, Shy Apocalypse Now, and the city's on fire. And he's sending the military into the city. He posted this, folks. This is real. I'm not making this up. Donald Trump posted this on Twitter. Posted this meme with the title, I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Yay, America! Donald Trump just declared war on America. That just makes sense. That's right on course with everything else we're experiencing. And I'm just wondering, where Bill Maher at? Where you at, Bill Maher? Remember, you told us, Bill Maher, that Donald Trump hates war. You can't tell us why, but you just know he hates it. I'm starting to think you might not know what the fuck you're talking about ever, forever, and ever, Bill Maher. I was the only one who noticed that this is nightmarishly hellish. First off, this was posted by Gavin Newsom, probably the next president if there's an election. We'll see. The President of the United States is deploying the military onto U.S. streets and using our troops like political pawns. Do not allow yourself to become numb to this. I'm not numb, baby. It just doesn't seem like there's anything we can do about it. It seems like you probably should have ran for president against Kamala Harris and then came out strongly against Israel and won, but you're not going to do that. So we're all fucked. You guys fucked us. Governor of Illinois, nonplussed about it. He all like, the President of the United States is threatening to go to war with an American city. This is not a joke. This is not normal. Donald Trump isn't a strong man. He's a scared man. Illinois won't be intimidated by a wannabe dictator. But yeah, what you guys gonna do? What you gonna do? You send the military in. You gonna fight back against the military? No. You gonna lay down and fucking take it. We got fascism take over the whole goddamn country like it's already done. Meanwhile, they asking Trump, hey, how come you're getting on your Twitter and declaring war against U.S. cities? That seems weird. And of course, he immediately starts yelling at the reporter for asking a legitimate question. He's like, President, are you going to war with Chicago? You literally said this is the moment they're going to find out why we call it the Department of War. Check Apocalypse Now. You said that. She's asking you to clarify your comment. So, of course, shit all over her.
You say that, darling, that's fake news.
Well, why
I
would
don't
the
go to
Department
war.
of Defense?
Listen, be quiet. Listen. You don't listen. You never listen. That's why you're second rate.
Literally, we listened. We're just quoting back to you what the fuck you said, and we're asking you about it. How much more listening you want, motherfucker?
Going to war. We're going to clean up our cities. We're going to clean them up so they don't kill 5 people every weekend. That's not war. That's common sense.
Well, then why are you saying they're going to find out why it's called the Department of War? Why are you saying this shit? Why are you instigating it? And they're getting mad. We ask you about it. Of course, we fucking know why. It's a big goddamn distraction. He wants to have his fascism, have his martial law, and also never be asked about it. Then they asked him, hey, why don't you send troops to, like, Memphis? Memphis is like the killing field, y'all. Like, it ain't even fucking close. Like, Memphis is like 5 times more deadly than Chicago. I live outside Memphis. I used to live in Memphis. I lived in Memphis for 2 years. That wasn't as bad in Memphis when I fucking lived there. But you want to talk about where all the really, really hardcore murderers are? That's fucking Memphis. That's no play territory. Let's fuck around and find out, Memphis. So where are you at, Donald Trump? Why you not want to send people to Tennessee? Is it because they have a Republican governor? Here's his response.
Mr. President, will you sanction Russia?
That's not the clip I thought. Anyway, he said, they have higher murder rates in Chicago. No, they don't. They don't. Memphis is where it's fucking at. We know why you're not doing that. And, Maggie and Kelly pretending like she's going to part with the president. Now, of course, we all fucking see through this. She about to say, Donald Trump, you can't send the military into Illinois without their permission. It's unconstitutional. This is so fake. We know that as soon as he does it, she's going to be on there excusing it and changing her fucking tune. But anyway, here's her pretending today.
You can't just send them into random cities in support of just fighting crime. Like, that you really can't do
But he
without
can.
the invitation of a governor. So we're heading for an uncomfortable showdown with Governor Pritzker. We
Who's
can't have
responsible
Trump
for that?
going in without the invitation of this governor. I'm sorry, but we can't have it. He does not have the constitutional permission to do it. It very
We know.
clearly is not
He
constitutional.
doesn't have the constitutional permission to do anything he's fucking doing. But that doesn't stop you guys from covering up his pedophilia and sucking his orange nuts.
Permissible. He cannot do it. I really hope he doesn't do it.
I really hope he doesn't do it, because then I have to flip-flop and go against the Constitution in order to follow my cult leader. And I really don't want to have to do that, but I will in a fucking heartbeat, because I ain't about shit.
Because I don't want a world in which I'm siding with Governor Pritzker.
You won't. You won't be in that world. You'll find some reason to side with Trump. Believe me, we all fucking know, you fake bitch.
Over President Trump. But I will if he does it, because he can't do it.
Yeah,
legally.
you won't though. But you won't. You won't at all. We know. We know. You've covered it every step of the way for him. Doesn't matter what he says about you. No matter if he tells you have blood come out of your fucking pussy, makes fun of you, you still side with the pedophile. Nothing can break you off from this. And then they love the extrajudicial killings this week again, folks. They just giddy about it. Shady Vance, couchfucker, says, killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizen is the highest and best use of our military. To which Brian Krasenstein, fake neoliberal, killing the citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. To which future President J.D. Vance says, I don't give a shit what you call it. Yeah, I don't give a shit if we commit war crimes. Look, we're already funding war crimes in Israel. We don't care about international law. We don't care about war crimes. We're setting the precedent that we can just call anybody we want to a drug dealer, and we don't have to provide any evidence. We can just kill anybody we want to at any time, and we don't give a shit if you guys don't like it, okay? The rule of law doesn't apply to us. We're dictators, baby. Learn to love it. The time to complain was before you voted us into office, and I guess he's fucking right. There's no hope for us. We got the most evil sacks of shit humanly imaginable ruling us now. Seems bad, seems bad. Even Rand Paul. You know it's bad when Rand fucking Paul, of all people, libertarian shitbag Rand Paul Nepo, baby. JD, I don't give a shit. Vance says killing people he accuses of crime is the highest and best use of the military. Did he ever read To Kill a Mockingbird? I doubt it. I mean, he wrote that shitty hillbilly elegy book, so I doubt he's ever read any books. Did he ever wonder what might happen if the accused were immediately executed without trial or representation? He doesn't give a shit. What a despicable and thoughtless sentiment. It is to glorify killing someone without a trial, but yeah, who could be responsible for this? Once again, you'll have their back every step of the way, dude. You'll help them goose step us into the goddamn concentration camps. You won't stand up against them when it all comes down to it. Don't be fake about it. And this is bad to me, folks. I don't know. Our ICE, our secret police, who are now funded more than the U.S. Marines, putting out propaganda posters in the form of Nazi propaganda. That seems weird. Donald Trump behind a big gun, and then a bunch of masked ICE can join ICE. Trump's drug war. Yay! Yay, aren't we the good guys? Look how benevolent this looks. Like every evil regime of all time has looked like this. Like every bad guy in every movie has a bunch of masked henchmen around him, and he's in the back of a truck with a big fucking gun on it. But yay! Hey, we're just gleefully the bad guys now, folks. Why not? At least they ain't trying to hide it, I guess. Maybe it's refreshing. I don't know. And speaking of not trying to hide it, secret police eyes out there just wearing their orange goofs, the glorious emperor's insignia on them. People who study the downfall of democracy in other countries can tell you how dangerous this is. But yep, that's their daddy. That's their cult leader. And here's the video where they're screaming at people.
That's okay. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Thank you. Back up.
Suck a dick. Dough bitch, dough bitch. You're fatter than your goddamn daddy is. Fucking cuck sack of shit. And SCOTUS is now lifted the ban on racial profiling. Oh, goody. That's what was really missing in our society. Supreme Court just marching this bullshit down our throat. The Supreme Court on Monday lifted a federal judge's order prohibiting government agents from making indiscriminate immigration-related stops in Los Angeles area that challenges so-called blatant racial profiling. So if you're brown, they have the ability to pull you over and ask you for your papers. That's the only thing they need to suspect you, is that you're brown now. So yay for racial profiling being back. Definitely going in the right direction, aren't we, America? And hey, who could be responsible for all this? Oh, yeah, Hispanics 18 to 29 were +2 for Donald Trump in February. Hispanics 18 to 29 voted for Donald Trump more than Kamala Harris. Overall, only underwater 6 points overall, but still, that's way too many of them. Now, folks, the vibe has shifted. Now, 30 points underwater with 18 to 29s and 34 points underwater with regular Hispanics. But yeah, that's the power of saying the word trans and woke over and over again. Even though he can call your own people criminals and murderers and rapists and animals and accuse them of eating dogs and cats with no evidence, still support him. These 18 to 29-year-olds, you fucking morons. I really don't feel sorry for any of you that voted for Trump, though. Like, whatever the fuck happens to you, like, if you voted for Trump, I feel sorry for your relatives. I feel sorry for anybody that it hurts that is collateral damage, but you motherfuckers, like I always say, you built your coffin, lie down in it, fucking die. There's going to be no helping you anyway. You might be against Trump this week, but he'll just say the word trans 10,000 times and you'll vote for him fucking again because you guys are worthless. Don't have 2 goddamn brain cells to rub the fucking together. Meanwhile, hundreds arrested in immigration raid on a Hyundai site in Georgia. So the White House extorted South Korea with tariffs, demanded that they build factories in America in order to avoid the tariffs. And so Hyundai was like, okay, we will cave into your terrorism, to your tariffism, and we will start building factories in America. But, you know, you don't just send, like, instructions on how to build these high technologically advanced factories in another country, right? You have to send experts over to build the factories and train the workers. You don't, like, send a goddamn PDF out and then, like, hire American workers and just have them go step by step like it's a piece of fucking IKEA furniture or something. No, you send the experts over. So they sent 300 people over, 300, 400 people over, engineers, experts, to put this factory up and train American workers. They were here temporarily. They did exactly what the U.S. government told them to fucking do. In fact, the vast majority of these people were here legally on temporary visas while they're trying to move manufacturing over to America. This is why we don't have manufacturing in America anymore, folks. This is why manufacturing jobs have decreased by 80,000 jobs since Trump's been in office, because he's sending mixed messages to these people. You have to bring your factories over, but then when you try to do it, we're going to harass you in every possible way. We're going to lose you billions of dollars. We're going to fuck you over. So why would they? And yes, hundreds arrested in immigration raid at Hyundai site in Georgia. How stupid is this? Hyundai is building an $8 billion factory in Georgia. It's the largest investment in Georgia in history. The largest single investment in Georgia in the history of the state. So why would you not completely fucking piss off the country doing it, folks? Why would you make them not second guess putting any money into Georgia? And ICE is imprisoning company staff who are on business trips from South Korea. So much for investing in manufacturing. And this is what our secret police is doing, folks. They're putting out propaganda video bragging about running off foreign business. Here's the secret police, our militarized, jackbooted thugs, bragging. Yay, gonna round you guys all up. Gonna put you up against the wall. Papers, please. Papers, please.
No belt. No belt.
So, don't think that's going to work out good for Georgia in the long run, to be honest with you. Major news. South Korea is demanding answers after ICE raided a Hyundai plant and arrested legal Korean visa workers without translators.
In video released by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Asian workers are seen shackled and getting onto a bus after an ICE raid on a Hyundai Motor car battery facility in Georgia. 300 Koreans were arrested in Thursday's raid. And on Saturday, South Korea's president ordered all-out efforts to swiftly respond. Foreign Minister Chu Hyun told an emergency government meeting that he was deeply concerned by the incident. He said the president, quote, emphasized that in the course of U.S. law enforcement, the rights of our people and the economic activities of South Korean investors in the U.S. must not be unjustly infringed upon.
Yeah, but it's gonna be. If you're not white, it ain't right in this country anymore, folks. And this video does a pretty good job of explaining the overall situation.
Breaking news. The 475 undocumented immigrants at the Hyundai facility that were detained by ICE agents were here on visas, in a part to set the new Hyundai plant up. Yes, they were Koreans coming from their country to this country to help set up on a temporary visa. However, for some reason, ICE agents screwed that up and decided to detain everybody on false information. That information obviously didn't include the fact that this government had actually worked out a deal with Korea to actually have all of these people come over to help set up. And if you weren't aware, the Hyundai facility is a $350 billion project that Hyundai was pouring into our economy to help grow it, since we have obviously alienated countries like Canada and Mexico. But Korea decided to come in to do this facility, had brought their own tech support in to actually set the whole thing up, and that the people that were detained were actually on work visas trying to help set up the facility so that Hyundai could hire local businesses when it opens in its grand opening next year. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment, repost.
I think that's stupid as shit, right? Shooting yourself in the balls once again, folks. Wonder why other countries are going to be hesitant to come over here and start manufacturing. It's absolutely no surprise at all. We know why. Meanwhile, postal traffic to the U.S. fell 80% after Trump administration stopped exemptions on lower value parcels. Man, I was looking to get a pair of prescription eye things for my little VR headset here. Used to get the virtual optician inserts shipped free to you from China. They're shipped from overseas. Now they charge you $25 because DHL no longer has free shipping over here, folks. So I can't afford it, right? The things themselves are only $30. $30. So now you have to pay $25 extra. You have to pay almost double when you used to didn't have to. Only been 8 months. This is not even America anymore. We used to be able to get the best from all over the fucking world, but now there's special fees just for us in America, folks. Make sure that we're priced out of buying anything. And farmers are feeling it, folks. And once again, my sympathy lacking. I guess the farmers, they didn't vote for Donald Trump, fine. But they really are crying, begging for a fucking handout. Here's more schadenfreude to our farmers.
Things got worse since President Donald Trump was sworn into his office as it kicked off the trade war with China and Mexico. American Soybean Association sent a letter to President Trump, part of the letter stating the new tariff rates, quote, puts our farmers at an untimely competitive disadvantage.
President Trump has been going back and forth about delays, pushing tariffs off, changing the numbers, and that's just made our markets even more confusing.
The biggest problem that some farmers are facing is running out of equity.
Kenny Qualls is a farmer in the Lake City area. He said the future is very uncertain.
Right now, there's no optimism. There's no way to look at a profit. So a lot of people are going to be getting out. We always look for the next year, but the next year is not promising anything better. So it's taken away hope for a lot of people.
McAnally said up to 1 in 3 farmers face going out of business.
Don't worry. Trump will come in and bail them all fucking out, folks. Our tax dollars will go to these fucking welfare queens. That's why they're doing this, folks. That's why they're crying.
Right now, we're in a very dire situation. September's upon us. Harvest is starting in the deep south. And we have 0 bushels of soybeans on the books to be sold to China for this current crop that's about to come out of the field. Historically, over the last 5 years, about a third of soybean sales to China would be booked. China amounts to 25% of our total U.S. soybean crop. So that would be 8 or 9% of the whole U.S. crop would normally be on the books with China right now, and we have 0. That is alarming. The farm economy as a whole is struggling. Inflation has caused our cost of production to rise drastically on every front. Commodity prices, in particular soybeans, are down about 50%.
Hey, great time to be a vegetarian, folks. Soybeans, all-time low prices.
Where they were 3 years ago, and our numbers are deeply in the red.
Hilarious that Republicans are going to make everybody soy boys. Like only the rich are going to be able to afford meat and everybody else going to have to eat soy. Love it. Fuck yeah. Shoot that shit in my veins. And it's pretty good, to be honest with you. I've been eating a lot of soy. I've been eating a lot of that Beyond Meat steak. It's pretty fucking good. Dump a whole bunch of that shit into some stir fry. Make some keto burritos. Delicious. I don't know how good for you it is, but anyway, let's listen to some more crying. This time it's nail manufacturers not doing so good.
Nails than any other company in the United States.
The nails are made with steel imported from Mexico, hit by a 25% tariff by the Trump administration.
We're going to charge a tariff on steel.
It's a 25% tariff that our customers are not willing to pay us for.
Chris Pratt oversees 500 employees here.
Where are we right now? In a paper tape plant.
No longer in operation.
No longer in operation.
When the tariffs hit, Pratt says their customers balked.
We don't want your nails at your prices anymore because we can buy our nails cheaper somewhere else.
Where's somewhere else?
Somewhere else is mostly import.
In other countries like
China, Malaysia, Oman, Korea.
And jobs over there mean jobs lost here. You've had to lay off how many?
We have eliminated 60 positions.
60 positions.
Yes. We should be thriving. We were doing pretty good.
And
but
now?
It's like you flip the light switch off, and it's all because of tariffs.
The employees are hopeful that this is just a bump in the road.
Did you vote for the president?
Absolutely.
What were you hoping for when you voted for the president?
Change.
Eat your cat food now, motherfucker. No sympathy whatsoever. You voted for it, goddamn take it, okay? If you were too stupid to know what the fuck was going to happen, if you were too stupid to fucking listen, or you knew and you were just hoping other motherfuckers going to be heard, either fucking way, die immediately. Meanwhile, they asked Trump, hey, you said you was going to bring some motherfucking prices down. Everything going up. When the price is going to come down, motherfucker? This is what Trump had to say about it.
Mr. President, the price of beef continues to rise and other items keep going up. Is there any way to address the cost of beef?
Yeah, once it kicks in, once our policies kick in, the price of beef will be going down.
That's right. Just wait longer, folks. Our policies have not even kicked in yet. Yeah, I've been president for 9 months now, but this ain't me, folks. Just wait 2 weeks or 2 years, next year or the year after that, someday. Just keep the faith. Yes, I made $5 billion and I do it again, but you motherfuckers keep praying to Orange Daddy. Eventually, I'm going to get around and do something about it. And here's more lies.
Just like the price of eggs went down and
the price of eggs is still much higher than it was when you took office. Yes, it shot up and it went down briefly from its all-time highs, but it's still up higher than it was when you took office, you lying sack of shit.
The price of a lot of other grocery items went down.
No, it didn't.
Beef will go down. It'll all go down. Energy has gone way down.
No, it hasn't. Gas is up 5% since Trump took office. Look that shit up, folks. Gas is not lower now than it was when Trump took office. This is all fucking lies.
The price of gasoline has gone really, I think you'll be hitting $2 very soon.
Yeah, dude, you already said it did. What are you talking about? You said in some states it was already $2. Now you're saying it's going to be $2 soon, but of course, not true. It's up 5%.
And it was $4.50 a little while ago. So energy's gone way down.
It hasn't gone way down. It hasn't gone way down. It's gone up. So he's about to say, hey, because energy's gone down, the prices are going to go down. But the energy's gone up, which means by his logic, prices are only going to go up, which means he doesn't have a plan, folks. There is no plan to bring the fucking prices down. What he's saying here is a lie. It's only going to get more expensive.
Brings everything else with it. But beef has gone, as you know, for other reasons. The price of beef has gone up a little bit.
No, it's gone up a shit ton. Everything's gone up a fucking shit ton. All our groceries are way, way more expensive than they fucking used to be. Can barely afford to get by anymore. And remember, this is you, motherfucker. What happened to this?
Grocery prices have skyrocketed. How can a family afford that? So when I win, I will immediately bring prices down. Immediately. And now he's like, someday, just trust me, baby. My policy's going to kick in some year, and then everything's going to be so cheap. Just fucking idiots, whatever. Die, America, starve. Hey, this fat-ass country need to go to die anyway, so whatever. And this, I guess I don't have to tell you this guy's a Trump supporter. You can just look at his face, and you're like, yeah, that guy's a Trump supporter. Anyway, he's not too happy about the way America is going. Let's watch him cry.
This is to Mr. Trump.
He don't give a shit.
President. Help us out.
Help us, Mr. President, because you really care about us. That's how stupid I am. I don't even know how I turn my camera on to make this video. I don't know how I'm talking and breathing at the fucking same time. I'm an abject fucking moron. But Mr. President, I know you love us down in your bones. Please help us.
Been almost 6 months and you still ain't bringing gas prices down, Trump. Why? Why ain't you drilling? Drill, baby, drill. You know, it's $3 a gallon. Yeah, gas is $3 a gallon. Yes. Mr. Trump, I thought you were going to try to help us out. But promises you made, promises you're not keeping. Yes, Trump, please, hear our cry. I've supported you 3 times. I voted 3 times.
Man, I just got to say, Hulk Hogan should have stayed dead.
3, 6, 9 years, Trump. Please, Mr. Trump.
Please, Mr. Trump.
We need it.
Please.
We cannot afford to pay $3.
I suck your dick for some gas, Mr. Trump.
Is higher now than it was when Joe Biden was in office.
Yeah,
Mr.
no shit.
President.
No fucking shit.
Come on, get it together. Help us out. Yes, we need help.
He's going to still vote for Trump again, folks. No lessons will ever be learned by these motherfuckers. It don't matter what the shit he does. You can't help these people. You literally can't help them. Speaking of which, Americans slammed with biggest healthcare insurance hike in 15 years. So 17 million people get kicked off their health insurance, and now health insurance premiums are set to deliver a crushing blow to American families in 2026, with individual marketplace plans facing a staggering 18% increase, the largest spike in over a decade and a half. This dramatic surge represents more than double the 7% hike consumers endured in 2025, leaving millions scrambling to afford basic health care coverage. So you thought you couldn't afford it before. You thought a lot of people were without health care before, folks. Just fucking wait. So, of course, what does our Congress do? As they pass the largest tax increase on the poor and middle class, the largest tax cut on the rich in history, White House pushes GOP to slash disability benefits. Yeah, now they're coming after the disabled. Hundreds of thousands of poor Americans are poised to get their disability benefits cut. As the Trump administration moves to reverse a Biden-era change, it would hurt low-income and disabled Americans at a time when inflation is driving up the cost of food and shelter. And further cuts to Medicaid and food benefits are on top. Mr. Trump! Mr. Trump, I thought you was going to help us, Mr. Trump. Oh, my God. If you don't help us immediately, Trump, I'm only going to vote for you 1,000 more times, Mr. Trump. But that's it, Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, only 1,000 more times, Mr. Trump. Yep. Just die, America. What can you say? What can you say? I can't help you. Nobody can help you. A country too stupid to exist. The boot was already on our throat. We were already almost dead. And they were like, who you want to vote for? Oh, I want to vote for the boot. Let's vote for the boot. Let's add another 1,000 pounds to the boot. That's what I want. Sign me up for that. Okay, America. Well, you got it. There you go. And meanwhile, they just asking the Trump administration to admit basic reality. Hey, do you acknowledge the tariffs are a tax on American consumers? I mean, it is. All the businesses are coming out and saying prices are going up because of the tariffs. Will you please now? One of Trump's main economic advisors, Scott Bassett, will you admit reality? Spoiler alert, no, he will not.
You're quoting big companies, but the big company index, the S&P, is at a new high.
Hasbro says they're going to have to increase their prices. Goldman Sachs says 86% of the tariff revenue collected so far has been paid by American businesses and consumers. So just bottom line, Mr. Secretary, do you acknowledge that these tariffs are a tax on American consumers?
No, I don't.
No. Even though every company says we're going to pass these tariffs around directly to the consumer, and then they're passing the tariffs directly to the fucking consumer, you don't admit reality? No, I don't admit anything. Why would I? Reality has left-wing biases, right? We control all the information, so we ain't got to admit reality, baby. We rule you. It's too late for the fucking truth.
So you have companies saying they are going to have to increase prices, and given the fact that 86% of these tariffs so far have been paid by Americans.
You're quoting Goldman Sachs. So
yes, Goldman Sachs, correct.
I made a good career trading against Goldman Sachs.
Okay.
You're quoting.
Okay. Oh, what a great comeback. We're cutting Goldman Sachs, but also every business. I just ignore it. Who you going to believe? Your own wallet, your own receipt, or me, baby? And the Trump cult members are like, sir, I believe you over my credit card bill, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Speaking of this fucking goat, asking him, hey, what about all the jobs that are being lost? What about the fact that manufacturing dropped on 80,000%? We just had one of the worst jobs numbers ever that came out. Of course, his response is, trust us, 2 weeks, it's coming, baby.
The president said that these tariffs are going to spark a manufacturing renaissance, he called it. But since he announced them in April, the U.S. has actually lost 42,000 manufacturing jobs. Are these numbers proof that the tariffs are failing to produce the manufacturing jobs that President Trump promised?
Again, Kristen, it's been a couple of months, and with the manufacturing sector,
a couple's 2, 9 months.
As you know, we can't snap our fingers and have factories built. So what we're seeing is
But it's the opposite of that. It's not you're snapping your fingers and having factories to build. It's that there's literally less factory jobs now than there were before. So it's the exact opposite.
Amount of investment intentions. We've seen a capex boom in the first half of the year, and I think that was actually held back. The One Big Beautiful Bill, which has full expensing for factories and equipment, was passed on July 4th. Many companies were holding back then. So we are going to see construction jobs and we're going to see manufacturing jobs.
But, Mr. Secretary, the economy did add nearly 500,000 manufacturing jobs under former President Biden. In this case, since April, again, you're actually losing manufacturing jobs. Is that problematic for your policy?
Well, a couple of things, Chris.
No, don't worry about it. Just wait longer, idiots. Yes, we killed America. Yes, we cut the body of America up and we sewed the meat off for parts. Yes, it's a dying, rotting husk, but keep the faith, America. Keep the faith while we get stinking, filthy rich, while we have so much money that our great-great-great-great-grandchildren are going to rule yours forever. We're going to rule the world forever. Woo! Yeah, you idiots. And, man, this guy's so fucking creepy. Another one of Trump's economic advisors has it. Holy goddamn shit. He's like this grinning ghoul, like the Grinch that stole Christmas. He just, so evil. Anyway, everything you're about to hear is a fucking lie. They're just going to lie their way right through it. So when they ask, hey, what about all these people that are unemployed? Unemployment's ticking up. We're creating a lot less jobs than we used to. And he's like, don't worry about it. Almost all the unemployed people are Democrats, so it doesn't even matter. This is how they're trying to sell it to Republicans, folks.
But the other thing that you can see in the data, because we get the unemployment insurance claims by county, that about 80% of the claims for unemployment over the last few months have come from blue states. And so
literally not true at all. The most of the unemployment claims have come from red states. He's literally lying his ass off here.
There are places like Portland and Chicago where people are fleeing the cities, and you're seeing that in the numbers.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. If people are fleeing the cities, then why would the unemployment numbers be coming from Portland and Chicago? Okay, that logic doesn't fucking track, but he's literally just telling Democrats, Republicans, don't worry. Yeah, there's not enough jobs, but it's those fucking loser-ass Portland Democrats who are losing their jobs, so that's good, because fuck those people, right? Hey, you voted to own the libs, so this just own the libs. Higher unemployment is own the libs, so good job, us. Just fuck y'all. Fuck all y'all. So stupid, you fucking morons. And meanwhile, the dumbest motherfucking people rolling us. So this is the guy that literally runs our energy sector, folks. This is the U.S. Department of Energy official account. Wind and solar energy infrastructure is essentially worthless when it is dark outside and the wind is not blowing. Yeah, how does batteries work? Our fucking government doesn't know that batteries exist, y'all. Or they're hoping you don't fucking know. This is so weird. They even have to get community noted about it. Batteries allow electricity to be stored and used at different times than when it's generated. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with meritocracy, baby? The question is, do they think we're this stupid? And the answer is yes, because most of us are this fucking stupid, folks. The dumbest fucking society. And case in point, there is no beating these people because they don't live in the same reality we do. They don't even share the existence that we share. They live in some kind of other extremely bizarre world, basically, where facts and words have no bearings. Case in point, this moonbat who believes that Donald Trump just signed a law that eliminates taxes for anyone making a less than $120,000 a year. Now, how do you even begin a conversation with this type of person?
So, my president, Trump, my president.
I'm going to say it 10 times. I love him.
Just signed
He didn't.
into law
No, he didn't.
that families making less than $120,000
That
a
didn't
year,
happen.
which is the majority.
Uh-huh.
The majority of families in the United States will now not have to file taxes.
It's literally the opposite of that. He just increased taxes for people making less than $100,000 a year. He increased taxes on the poorest among us while it decreased them for the richest. That's how do you even start?
They will not have to pay federal taxes. They will not have to get a tax refund at the end of the year because they loaned the government their money. My president signed that in, and I just cannot wait. I cannot wait for you crazy-ass blue people to be pissed about it. I can't wait for you to be pissed about the fact that our president, my president, our president, isn't going to take your money anymore. I'm sure you're going to be up in arms about how much more money you're making because you're not lending it to the federal government. I can't wait for the psychotic breakdowns that are going to happen when people realize that he's actually helping them and they have to admit it. I love this country and I love my president.
So nothing you can do. There's no way we can win, folks. When this doesn't happen, when she finds out she does have to pay taxes, she's going to just blame the Democrats. It'll be the Democrats' fault. It'll be trans people's fault. It'll be immigrants' fault. There will be no blame on Donald Trump whatsoever. So there's no way to win against these people. And yeah, 1 year from now, I blame Biden. He should have done a better job explaining how Trump's policies were going to screw people like me. That's why I'm still MAGA. Trump 2028, motherfuckers. That's what it's going to be like, folks. No lessons will be learned, I promise you. We just have to die. Meanwhile, in the land of the free, lab-grown meat has officially been banned in the state of Texas. The law went into effect yesterday. Yay, freedom! Nobody was forcing you to buy this meat. So what is the logic behind banning it? There is no evidence that it is bad for you. It's like Texas is like, no, we want to taste the animal cruelty. We want to taste the suffering. How is this free market? Literally, they're just doing this so the meat industry doesn't have to compete with this new type of fucking meat. They're picking winners or fucking losers, right? This is 100% the antithesis of what conservatives claim they stand for, but as always, they ain't about shit. The fakest motherfuckers. So this is what we need. We need competition because you motherfuckers can't even afford to eat meat anymore. Have you checked the prices? They took your meat from you. Only the rich can fucking afford it now. And so instead of having some competition, which might bring the goddamn prices down, hell no. Just soy, nothing but soy for you guys, because soy, that's what's dropping in price. That's the only thing you'll be able to avoid. So they're forcing you to be soy boys. They're forced trans in you guys to be soys. And I actually love it. I'm actually for that. Now think about it. I fully behind the Republican plan to force every Republican to be a soy boy. Thanks, Trump. Meanwhile, folks, he doesn't have to do this. This is Tim Cook. He's the CEO of Apple. And he has enough money where he doesn't have to grovel. He doesn't have to bend the knee. He doesn't have to cuck himself like this. But they get off on it because they're mentally ill. There is no amount of money that is too much for them. And they know they finally got a president that you could just bribe him right out in the fucking open. In fact, you don't even have to bribe him. All you have to do is kiss his orange dipply ass. And he will bend over and do whatever the fuck you want him to do to make the playing field uneven to where you can make even more billions. So they had the whole technocrats meet up out at the White House. And here's the CEO of Apple. In 2 minutes, he thanks Trump 8 times. Watch the sycophancy here, folks. It's pornographic.
Tim Cook, you've done an incredible job with Apple, little company called Apple.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Very, very few people have been able to do what you've done. Congratulations. Please.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot to me. I want to thank you for including me this evening.
Thank you.
It's incredible to be among everyone here, particularly you and the First Lady. I've always enjoyed having dinner and interacting. I want to thank you for setting the tone such that we could make a major investment in the United States and have some key manufacturing, advanced manufacturing here. I think that says a lot about your focus and your leadership and your focus on innovation. I also want to thank you for helping American companies around the world. This is a very key thing, and I really enjoy working with your administration on those topics as well, because I think they're so important to the country. I want to thank the First Lady for focusing on education. There's nothing more important than education. It is the great equalizer.
Anyway, I can't even watch any more of that. It's so disgusting, folks. And hey, if you guys want to skip eBay, if you guys are looking for a new Apple Vision Pro headset, I have these comfort straps. I have an extra a knitband comfort strap for the top, and I have this forehead comfort strap. I have it mined out. This thing's pimp as shit. $1,500, folks. I'm trying to sell it. $1,500. If you guys want a new Apple Vision Pro, we can skip eBay. Let me know. Holler at me. Daddy needs some money. And I got it for free, by the way. I didn't buy it. So, but still. And then let's check in with the Epstein files to see how that's going. Hey, folks, did you know that Trump is actually a hero? And far from being involved with Jeffrey Epstein and the molestation of children. Instead, he was actually an FBI agent or an FBI informant. He was a rat. He was ratting out Jeffrey Epstein, guys. And is this true? No. But that doesn't stop Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, from spreading this lie, because why wouldn't the person who's in charge of the highest political body in the land be covering up for pedophiles? Here he is lying about it.
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows.
That's right. He was an FBI informant, folks. A hero amongst us all. And you might be thinking, if that's true, then why don't we immediately release all the Epstein files that prove it? Why wouldn't he want us to release the Epstein files? Everybody thinks he's a giant pedo, but the files actually show he was a hero that was informing on this pedo. Why? Why is he trying to cover it up? Why is he not releasing all this shit? Oh, because it's not true. But that's not stopping him, folks. All the right-wing influencers, total information control, they're spreading this lie. Benny Johnson, funded by billionaires and Russians. With this new revelation, it's become clear that President Trump is the undisputed hero in the Epstein saga. Speaker Johnson confirmed that Trump served as an FBI informant, taking direct action against Jeffrey Epstein, one of the world's most dangerous pedophiles and sex traffickers. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The Epstein victim's attorney said the same thing. They didn't say that. Over a decade ago, and reiterated it just this week. No, they didn't. Trump was the only high-profile figure actively working to put Epstein behind bars. Then released the Epstein files immediately. President Trump was the key force in bringing Epstein down. Yeah, 1.5 million views, folks. This is what's going viral, and yes, it's a clown world we live in. We fell out of over a piece of property was the first statement. He stole girls from my spa. It's all a Democrat hoax. I was an FBI informant. Yeah, we totally believe you guys. And you're going to laugh, but yeah, Johnson came out and he said, oh, I was just full of shit. But if you guys want to know what the actual story is, before I show you Mike Johnson's backpedaling and claiming that he didn't say he lied, but he admits he was full of shit. Anyway, here's the real story behind, there's always a little piece of, I guess, truth that they spin into the big lie, and here's the actual truth behind the claims they're making.
Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has offered a wacky new defense of Trump's long relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Trump was an FBI informer helping to bring Epstein down. This is obviously ridiculous and a desperation move on the part of the White House, if not Trump himself. But the thing about Trump's whoppers is that they often contain a grain of truth. And are also, at least in this instance, a window into the roots of conspiracy thinking. But in this case, I can actually tell you the real story. In 2004, Epstein bid on a piece of property in Palm Beach. He bid $36 million. He brought his friend Trump with him to look at the house and advise him on moving the swimming pool. Trump went around his back and bid $41 million, actually, for the house. Epstein knew Trump didn't have $41 million, and he suspected that Trump was fronting for someone, in this case, a man by the name of Dmitry Rybolev, a Russian oligarch. And in fact, within 24 months, Rybolev bought the house from Trump for $95 million.
Double the price, folks. It's all money laundering. It's so hard to believe that we elected this abject criminal, like a literal Bond villain. Decades and decades of just the worst criminal activity. Can you imagine how surprised Trump must be to be in the White House? He's like, really? I'm one of the most virulent criminals in the history of the country, baby. And that's why he's just robbing us fucking blind, because why would he respect this country? After all he's fucking done, and he knows what he's done. We elected his ass president. He must, oh man, can you imagine the lack of respect he has for us? And who can blame him, really? I mean, there's no reason to. He's right, but.
It's kind of a red flag of money laundering.
Yeah, no shit.
Epstein, furious with his friend, furious over the top, threatened to reveal that Trump was a money launderer. Trump, tit for tat, went to the Palm Beach police and said Epstein was running a whorehouse. There is no honor, no less virtue among thieves.
So that's where this all came from, folks. Him accusing Epstein of running a whorehouse because they were having a beef. Had nothing to do at all with contacting the FBI. Now, Speaker Johnson said he misspoke about Trump being an FBI informant. I don't know if I used the right words. Well, I mean, you are Speaker of the House. Maybe you should be careful in what the fuck you say, especially when you're covering up for pedophiles. I don't know. Johnson told reporters at the Capitol, I said FBI informant. I'm not sure, I wasn't there. Then why did you repeat that? This isn't my lane. Well, then why are you talking about shit that's not your lane? I'm just repeating what is common knowledge. If you say that you don't know what you're talking about, if you say you're not sure if this is correct or not, then how is this common knowledge? You're saying lies are common knowledge? Then anyway, we know why you're doing it. We know you don't care if you lie or not. Anyway, here he is talking about it.
What do you mean by that? All right. What I was referring to in that long conversation was what the victims attorney said.
No, they didn't say anything about him being an FBI informant. You made that up.
More than a decade ago, President Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. And he was one of the only people, one of the only prominent people.
He's actually still in there 2 years after he was found guilty of molesting children or whatever.
Everyone has reported, not President Trump, but everybody about him, that he was willing to help law enforcement go after this guy.
Then why not release the Epstein files immediately and prove all this?
Disgusting child abuser, sex trafficker, all the allegations. That's what they heard. So
then why are you covering up for it? Why are you not releasing the files?
The president was helpful in that. I don't know if I use the right terminology, but that's common knowledge, and everybody knows
it's not common knowledge. If you say that you didn't use the right terminology, if you said something's not true, then how could a lie be common knowledge? If it is, then you should repeat it regardless if it's common knowledge or not. Just because some of this common knowledge doesn't mean it's correct if we believe what you're saying.
So this is much ado about nothing.
Did the president tell you this specifically about his involvement?
I was recounting what others have said.
I was just bullshit. I was just spreading the latest hoax going around the internet to try to cover up for this pedophilia. Look, I know it looks bad, folks. We're clearly covering over these pedophiles. I have to say anything to get away with it. Meanwhile, Trump claims he never called the FBI. Yeah, this is Trump back a couple years ago, folks. Let's see what Trump thinks about anybody that calls the FBI.
Should he have gone to the FBI when he got that email? Okay, let's put yourself in a position. You're a congressman. Somebody comes up and says, hey, I have information on your opponent. Do you call the FBI? I don't think.
Coming from
I'll tell you what.
you do.
I've seen a lot of things over my life. I don't think in my whole life I've ever called the FBI.
What?
In my whole life. You don't call the FBI. You throw somebody out of your office.
That's right. You don't call the FBI. You just let criminals do whatever the fuck they want to do, baby. You don't do what's right. It doesn't matter who they're hurting, who they're abusing. You don't ever do the right thing, according to our president, Donald Trump. So, yeah, always a video, folks. Always a video. Hard to believe, but also not at all. Not at all. That all tracks. And then FBI informant Donald Trump. Yeah, here he is back talking about Lindsay Lohan when she was 17, folks. This guy's our president. This was all out before he got elected either time.
What do you think of Lindsay Lohan, Howard?
I think she's hot.
There's something there, right?
Yes.
But you have to like freckles. I've seen a close-up of her chest.
Yes.
And a lot of freckles. Are you into freckles?
If the father's a wreck, like the way he is.
Right.
You imagine this troubled.
Yeah, you're probably right. She's probably deeply troubled and therefore great in bed.
Back in the day.
How come the deeply troubled women?
Yes.
Deeply troubled.
Right.
They're always the best in bed. If for some reason what I said is true, I mean, they're just unbelievable.
I could tell from the.
You don't want to be with them for the long term, but for the short term, there's nothing like it.
I mean, he's literally the biggest scumbag in the fucking world. He's just everything they told you not to be growing up, they idolize this man for. That's why I have no respect for any of them. They lied about everything growing up, but the older I get, the clearer it is that they were just lying their fucking ass off. I guess they were just covering up who they really were inside by pretending. But I mean, it's a good thing because they actually told me how to be a good man, and I listened to them. I try to be the opposite of this, right? It's just wild how they all are in the cult now. Meanwhile, folks, I reported on the Jeffrey Epstein birthday book where all his closest friends, all the rich dickheads got together and wrote him lovely notes. And Washington Street Journal, which is not a left-wing organization, it's a right-wing rag, reported on this. Donald Trump suing them for $10 billion, claiming it's not true. They claim that he wrote Jeffrey Epstein a letter that basically had the outline of a naked woman on it. And it was a conversation. It was a fictional conversation between himself and Jeffrey Epstein where they talk about all the secrets they have together. And then Donald Trump signed the crotch area, the pubic hair of the drawing with his signature. And they were all like, it's not true, fake hoax, I'm suing. Well, it was released. House committee gets Epstein's birthday book after Trump sues the Wall Street Journal for $20 billion. And now we have it here, folks. Here's the actual picture that Donald Trump drew for Jeffrey Epstein. I don't do drawings. I'm not a drawing person. I don't do drawings of women, that I can tell you. They say that there's a drawing of a woman. Oh, that's what he said about it. Where the fuck, God damn it. Here's the actual thing. Voiceover, there must be more to life than having everything. Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is, Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I know what it is, Donald. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, yes, we do. Come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that, Jeffrey? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day bring another wonderful secret. Yay, Donald Trump, hooray, that's our president. Sending a love note to the world's most famous pedophile, talking about the secrets they have together, the things they have in common. There is his fucking signature. It's all been verified, all released, folks. This is our president. Here's the signature. 2 all authenticated letters from Donald Trump that sold at separate auctions. So you guys know that at auction, people's like signatures sell, and they're authenticated by experts on your signature, on your autograph. So here's Trump's authenticated signature from back in the day. Now, nowadays he signs it a little bit differently. He signs Donald J. Trump, and it's longer, but it's still very similar jagged lines. But back in the day, this was his signature. Donald, here's a verified signature of his. Here's verified signature, the exact same. And then here's the Jeffrey Epstein letter. Exactly the same. It's 100% the same fucking signature, y'all. This would be evidence in any court in the fucking land. So, of course, the liars who roll us going public and pretending like this is all fake. Carolyn Levitt, White House spokesperson, said the latest piece published by the Wall Street Journal proves this entire birthday card story is false. How does it prove the birthday card story is false? It literally proves it true, but it's always the opposite of where reality is. As I have said all along, it's very clear President Trump did not draw this picture, and he did not sign it. It's very clear he drew it and signed it. I mean, she doesn't believe this. Nobody believes it. There's not a single Trump supporter who doesn't believe this is real. They just don't care. Some of them would just outright admit they don't give a shit. And the other ones that they can't admit that they know it's real, because then that would be giving away the game, that they actually don't care about anything. They're just pieces of trash. So they have to lie that they don't believe it, because they would rather you believe the lie than admit the truth. And that's that they don't actually give a shit. They know it's true, but they're fine with it. He could be raping all kinds of kids, but you're supposed to rape your kids. That's not cool in their mind, right? President Trump's legal team will continue to aggressively pursue litigation. They won't. They'll be dropping this thing. Believe me, folks. It's not going anywhere near discovery. Furthermore, the reporter, Joe Palazzolo, who wrote The Hatchet Job, reached out for comment. Of course, it's Attack the Messenger. That's the only playbook they have. And of course, Charlie Kirk, who you gonna believe, me in your own eyes? Does the below from the Wall Street Journal look like this actual signature from the president? I don't think it does at all. Well, here's his new signature, but yes, his old signature. It does look, the very beginning of it does look exactly like his old signature. It's just longer now with his last name attached to it. And yes, as everybody pointed out to him, every one of his old signatures that have been verified are exactly the fucking same, but it doesn't matter, folks. Look at all this. Look, it's all the fucking same. He has a long history of the exact same goddamn signature. We know it's him, but they don't give a shit. They just want to put this out there so you have something to say, even if you don't believe it's true. You have something to come back with when they point out your president is a pedophile. They don't care about anything, folks. But who are you going to believe? Your own eyes or Charlie Kirk? What kind of cult member are you? You're supposed to believe the cult regardless of what you know to be true, folks. And J.D. Vance, remember J.D. Vance back in July? Forgive my language. This is when the story first came out, folks. Here was his denial. But this story is complete and utter bullshit. The Wall Street Journal should be ashamed for publishing it. Where is the letter? Oh, here it is. We got it now, motherfucker. What you got to say? Would you be shocked to learn they never showed it to us before publishing it? Well, they showed it now. All you guys are going to say, though, that is that it's fake, right? It doesn't matter if they show it or not. You guys are just going to tell us to believe you of our own eyes. Meanwhile, they asked Ghislaine Maxwell about this book that she knows about, folks. She 100% knows about it, but it's Donald Trump's personal lawyer who he's put in the highest position of the Department of Justice. One of the biggest conflicts of interest I've ever seen in our government is interviewing, in the clip I'm about to play you, Donald Trump's co-conspirator in this pedophile ring, Ghislaine Maxwell, and he's about to lead her into claiming that she knows nothing about this book with Donald Trump's letter in it. Listen to this shit. This is perjury.
We talked a few minutes ago about this birthday book that there's been press about. I understand you don't remember anything with President Trump.
Yeah, I understand that you don't remember anything about President Trump being in this, right? Right? You don't know anything about it, right? This is leading as shit, folks. This is Trump's personal attorney, by the way, once again.
We talked a few minutes ago about this birthday book that there's been press about. I understand you don't remember anything with President Trump, or a lot about the book anyway. Do you remember asking President Trump to submit a letter for that?
I do not.
I do not. Hey, what did she give you guys that you guys didn't already have before? Because you sent her to a better prison. You sent her to Club Fed. You gave her things that you usually only give to people when they actually give you information that you don't already fucking have. So if she gave you nothing, then why did you reward her? Weird. It's almost like she's lying in order to cover up for you guys, and you guys are going to pardon her for it. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Epstein loved him some Mar-a-Lago. Wasn't the only letter in the book, folks. New page from Jeffrey Epstein's birthday book. Epstein and a longtime Mar-a-Lago member joking about selling a fully depreciated woman to Donald Trump for $22,500 because they're all weirdo scumbags. Jeffrey showing early talents with money and women sales fully depreciated to Donald Trump for $22,500. showed early people skills too. Even though I handled the deal, I didn't get any of the money on the girl. Yay! We're such a good society, folks. Man, can you imagine electing this guy president? Yeah, you gotta imagine it. He's the best representative for America of all time, though, folks. This is who we are. A dirty, diseased, cancerous, dying society. Rome in its last fucking days. And in case shit couldn't already get worse, here's Senator Durbin confirming that the FBI staff was told to cover up Trump's involvement in the Epstein files.
We were contacted by a highly credible whistleblower describing Attorney General's pressure on FBI to quickly review and produce more Epstein documents as promised. For 2 weeks in late March, the FBI assigned approximately 1,000 personnel in its Information Management Division and hundreds of additional agents from the New York field office to work 24-hour shifts to review and produce more Epstein documents. These officials were told to, quote, flag any records in which President Trump was mentioned. Essentially, agents were pulled out of their field from their work combating.
Yes! Thousands of FBI agents. All that money spent to cover up pedophilia for our elected president. Hooray! We're amazing, y'all. And this is our political leaders, though, folks. They don't give a shit about anything. Their words mean nothing. Senator Marsha Blackburn, back in January 24th, folks, a little over a year ago. I will not stop fighting until all of Epstein records are released. The American people deserve transparency, and its victims deserve justice. That's right. I really care about pedophilia, y'all. And you can trust me. I will work tirelessly, endlessly, never stop until every file is released. Here's her yesterday. Democrats would rather play politics than work with President Trump to make our community safe again. Yeah, hey, want people to release the Epstein files. It's just politics, baby. Why do you guys want the Epstein files released? Quit playing politics. Let's just do what Trump says, y'all. Yep. The worst among us rule us. Gleefully. And I'll do one more, then we're going to stop for halftime, folks. Read some super chats. And I agree with this one. It is a small consolation, but I'm glad that the series of life choices I made, it didn't lead me to making tenuous excuses for an old pervert's increasingly irrefutable sex crimes. And man, I think about the other road I could have gone down, the other anti-SJW rabbit hole, and I could have taken the fucking money, and then I'd be stuck in a bind today where I had to defend this bullshit. Of course, that was never going to happen. But I mean, you know, I sure am glad that I have a moral code and a little bit of integrity, because God damn it, yeah, you motherfuckers are shameless. And all right, we got more Chud Watch coming up next, but let's go ahead and take a break real quick and read the super chatty chats. And hey, folks, there is a link in the description of every video. It says more. You click it, and the first link goes to my Patreon account. Could you find it in your heart to send out to my Patreon account? Like I said earlier, I'm basically a digital busker. I don't have no sponsors. I don't allow any ads on my show because fuck ads. Ads throw up the flow of the show, and I don't trust them. I only make money if you guys support my show. I put out free content. So if you guys enjoy what I do, please chip in a few bucks a month to support it. And I'm working on a big after party for a Wednesday. Already got most of it done. So go get your ticket. Please help me out. Sign up for my Patreon account. I'd appreciate it. Also, at the top of the list, if you're watching the replay, click your cell phone at this thing, and it'll open a link to my Tales of Woke. It's my PayPal, baby. Please chip in a couple bucks to my PayPal. I would appreciate it. And let me go ahead and load up my PayPal real quick so I can thank the people that PayPal'd me. PayPal.com. And all right. Super chats. Oh, as always, CB, thank you. Thank you for the weed. You fucking rock. I very much appreciate that. Hero shit. And first off, BBC, 20 pounds. Taking me to Pound Town. BBC sent me 20 pounds, and then he sent me 500 Mexican pesos, which is like $30, man. He's like Mr. Worldwide. He's the new pit bull, Mr. International here. Fucking love you, BBC. BBC says the orange tyrant has gone to the light yet? Not yet. Universe, you have one job. Get out of universe. Come on, do your thing. Anywho, I love you all. You are my one giant internet family, and I want you all to be safe. Take my money for the furries and Scott and Jesus, man. Everybody love the BBC. one of the heroes keeping this show in business. If you love the show and you ain't never donated, please give both BBC and Rebecca Poise your love. Rebecca Poise, love you. I hope you're doing well, Rebecca. Thank you for supporting the show as always. Those two, always the first to donate the show. And wouldn't be in business right now if it wasn't for BBC and Rebecca, so I appreciate you guys. Victor Van, Cyberpunk is the GOAT. I know, right? Go for all endings and get the Phantom Liberty DLC. It's worth it. Oh, man, I'm already through the Phantom Liberty DLC. I beat it last night, and then it started doing the ending credits, and I was like, what? Did it end the motherfucking game? But I guess that was just the end of that. But anyway, did you guys save Songbird or not? Let me know. Or did you try to save Songbird? Thank you, Venture Van, that you rock. And $5 from, darn it, Chicago Strong. Cadet Bones versus Wig. Yep, hope you guys stand up to him. Somebody needs to. Danny Madess, hey, what up, Danny? In your GF Garriapay coverage, I don't recall you saying he took $25,000 from Epstein. Yeah, I did it in one of my videos a long time ago, but he definitely did. I already didn't think this case couldn't get any more sus, but what the fuck? Yeah, then he sold his house for cash, and now he's running for the cops, basically. Whole thing is real fucky, man. I'm real surprised that as popular as true crime is, how come no cold case files program has picked this story up yet? I mean, there's so much evidence and video footage of this guy. I mean, maybe they're worried about being sued. I don't know, but I would have thought that more press would have been on this by now. But nope, looks like he's going to get away with it, folks. I literally predicted the crime before it happened. I literally believe I predicted when the crime happened, why it happened, where it took place, all of that. And yet still the cops haven't fucking solved this shit. So whatever. Trash universe. Thank you, Madesh. Good to see you tonight. Sky Blue Husky, $5. How long do you think America has left? I don't know, baby. I mean, the America as we knew it is already dead and fucking gone. How long till the corpse is rotten so bad that America can no longer deny it? Few years, maybe. We'll see, I guess. Thank you, Sky Blue. I am Two Fly Cam. Would you rather have $1 million in Bitcoin or gold? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, man. Would I rather? I mean, I guess Bitcoin, because I don't buy gold. I buy Bitcoin. So I guess I would say Bitcoin. Bitcoin has actually gone up in price faster than gold has over the last few years. I do believe that Bitcoin is better than gold. It basically does the same exact thing as gold does, but it does it in a better way. And unlike gold, it's deflationary, because actually less Bitcoin is going to be available over time as more and more people lose access to their keys. They die out without cashing their Bitcoin in, and those keys are lost forever. So gold, there's going to be more and more of it. They're going to be eventually mining asteroids, and asteroids have so much gold on it, they're going to be able to triple, double the amount of gold. But both those are actually really good investments either way because of inflation, folks. So either way, you can't go wrong. Thank you for the question. Dion Van Shinzen, $10 Canadian. Keep up the great work, Dusty. Fuck yeah, Dion. Take off, Jose. Love you. And Don Hugo, the re-baronization of the USB is very concerning. Yeah, technocracy. We're going to have company towns once again, baby. Feudalism, it's back. I can't afford a little hate. All adds up. Thank you, Grumpy Coor. I appreciate you. And sent 5 tickets from Smokey Stew. If you got them, be sure to give Smokey Stew your love and tune in Wednesday for the after party and hang out with me and Smokey Stew. I appreciate you. Love you, delicious Smokey Stew. And all right, folks, on my PayPal, I got one from Roxanne Colella. Thank you, Roxanne. And I got $20 from Randall Brush. So if you guys want to PayPal me, do the QR code at the top. And all right, folks, still plenty of time to get your super chats in. If you want to reward my show and help me stay in business, I would appreciate it. Super chat me, and I'll read all your words at the end of the show. You know you want it. You'll feel good in your bones. But for now, we're going to continue on with some Chud Watch. Let's do a little, I think this is new Chud.
Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch. We talk about Chud's son and make fun of it.
Chud Watch. First off, all the Chud Watch. It was all Chud Watch to begin with. But back on the Chud Watch, we're at the stupid Trump section of Chud Watch. You're like, hasn't this always been the stupid Trump section? It's hard. I got to make different categories. Yeah, it's all trash world. Yeah, it's all stupid Trump shit. What do you want from me? Anyway, Domestic violence, not that big of a deal to our president, because why would it be? So Donald Trump tried to pretend like there are zero crime now. Zero crime in Washington, D.C. because he did a little bit of the martial law and now crime no longer exists. Only, it does. And he's trying to say, yeah, it's just fake crimes, though. We have to report the fake crimes, like, beating your wife and bullshit. Anyway, this is a weird thing to say.
There's no crime. They said crime's down 87%. I said, no. It's more than 87%. Virtually nothing. And much lesser things that take place in the home they call crime. They'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say this was a crime, see? So now I can't claim 100%.
Yeah, it's a little domestic violence. And then they're like, you slapped your wife a couple times. What's the big deal? You can't even beat your wife. I thought this was America. That's not even a crime, baby. That's a white people crime. You're not supposed to charge people for white people crimes. Now, if you steal $1 worth of bread to feed your family, straight to prison. But domestic violence, why do we even count that? Why'd you marry the bitch if she ain't your property? I'm just saying, goddamn, y'all. I don't even know anymore, y'all. And then he got to say the word trans at least 10 times a day, folks. That's how he stays in power, okay? Yes, we have a pedophile as our president. Yes, a long history of being involved with these pedophiles. But hey, trans. Hey, did you guys forget trans? Okay, let me say trans, and then just melts America's brains. Anyway, here he is for no reason. He's with the winners of the European Soccer Championship or whatever. And out of the blue, he got to bring up trans people.
You ever had women? Could a woman make your team, fellas? Tell me. You think? You're being nice. What do you think? Think a woman could make the team? General managers, what do you think?
Difficult.
You don't say it. Close.
We have a very good women's team, though.
You do have, right?
Yeah.
But they should be playing with women, right? It's one of those things. See,
yeah, they should be playing
they're
women.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah, they should be playing women, trans. So, hey, distract from all the pedophilia, y'all. Distract from the fact the economy's collapsing. Distract from the fact that I made $5 billion already as president. Yay, trans people. Hey, and good. Like any country that can collapse because of fear of trans people should collapse because of fear of trans people. You get what you deserve, you fucking idiots. And then Trump has the cops remove DC's World Peace Vigil because why wouldn't he? Mr. I hate war, I love peace. It's the longest running peace vigil in the history of the country. Law enforcement official on Sunday removed a peace vigil that had stood outside the White House for more than 4 decades after President Donald Trump ordered it be taken down as part of the clearing of homeless encampments in the nation's capital. They said it was some kind of public nuisance. And so they sent the jackbooted thugs to take down the peace vigil.
As long as the tent's up.
Okay, all right.
Nothing to do with
He did announce it.
He said it's anti-American. He says it's the same day and the Department of War. Pete Hegseth said you can.
Yay! Fuck peace. Fuck your vigil. 40 years. Can't have that, folks. With the Department of War now. Declaring war on goddamn America. And holy shit, he is out at the U.S. Open final because he has to make everything about himself, folks. He always got to be out front and center in the public. And roundly booed. Yes, there were some cheers, but I think I'm hearing more boos than cheers. What do you guys hear? Boo. In fact, he got booed so much that the U.S. Open ordered their outlets to censor the booing of Trump. Here's the key text from the USTA email obtained by Bounces. With respect to broadcast coverage, the president will be shown on the world feed and the Ash Court feed during the opening anthem ceremony. We ask all broadcasters to refrain from showcasing any disruptions or reactions in response to the president's attendance in any capacity, including electronic news gathering coverage. Hey, don't report how unpopular this motherfucker is. The people don't deserve to know we have a glorious leader. We'd hate to piss him off. Meanwhile, this is how the game is played, folks. You create the problem, and then you campaign on fixing the problem you created. You vote against the solution, and then if the solution gets passed, regardless of the fact you voted against it or not, you campaign on bragging about taking credit for it. So Joe Biden passed the largest infrastructure bill since Eisenhower, and red states got the majority of funding. Of course they did. Fucking stupid Democrats. They don't know how to play this fucking game right. They want to be so nice. Trump opposed it. Trump literally continuously used his platform to shit on the infrastructure bill. Now that it passed, Trump is changing all the signs to claim credit. So the original sign, project funded by the President Joe Biden, bipartisan infrastructure. Now Trump, who was against it, changed all the signs to Philadelphia rail yard modernization. President Donald J. Trump rebuilding America's infrastructure. Yay! Funded by the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which he was against, folks. But you got to almost hand it to him. I mean, this is how the game is fucking played. This is how it works. I guess if you can't play the game, you got to get run over by the train. Meanwhile, at least our very serious president is focusing his time on various serious things. This is the actual real Donald Trump Twitter account, and this got 407,000 likes. Yay, Cracker Barrel! They changed it back, and he's shaking hands with the old racist cracker. Hooray! He did it. Hero Donald Trump, folks. And there he is out there, fat Donald Trump dancing around. Even that fat dance he's doing is better than real Donald Trump could dance. Yay, us. The whole country's collapsing, but at least Cracker Barrel brought their goddamn old man back on their sign. Meanwhile, in the Chud Watch section, folks, Florida just passed a law that no vaccine mandates for school children anymore. No matter how sick your little plague rats are, you can just send them off to school, and no matter how much you want to keep your kids safe, they got to go to school with the plague rats. Hey, you don't have the right to keep your kids safe. So they asked this guy, this is the guy who is in charge of the healthcare in Florida, did you do any studies to see how many children are going to get sick by this change to your vaccine mandates? Guess what he said?
Before you made this decision to try to lift vaccine mandates for Florida, which include obviously public schools, did your department do any data analysis? Did you do any data projection of how many new cases of these diseases there will be in Florida once you remove vaccine mandates?
Absolutely. So absolutely not.
Absolutely
because
not.
It's not a, you mentioned whooping cough there.
Fuck your kids.
There's this conflation of the science and sort of what is the right and wrong thing to do. So scientifically, you mentioned whooping cough. So that's an example. This is part of the issue with informed consent. That's an example of a vaccine that is ineffective. The data show that it's ineffective at preventing transmission. So sort of mandates.
Okay, well that's, so see how he's spinning this. Ineffective at stopping transmissions. The point of the vaccine is if you get it transmitted to you, then you already have the antibodies, so it's not nearly as deadly as it would be otherwise. That's the whole fucking point, right? Even if it is still easily transmitted, you don't die from it. But anyway, spin, baby. That's all they got.
That really don't have anything to do with the notion of transmission. And then...
Yeah, you move the goalpost there. We see what you did there, dude. You're not slick.
In terms of, like analysis, well, ultimately, this is an issue very clearly of parents' rights. So do I need to analyze?
Your parents have the rights to send their kids to school knowing they're going to be safe from easily treated diseases and illnesses, right?
Whether it's appropriate for parents to be able to decide what goes into their children's bodies. I don't need to do an analysis on that.
So
keep your little plague rats home. If you don't want to get basic shots that are proven safe and effective and keep everybody safe from herd immunity and whatnot, then maybe just keep your little bitches at home.
You're trying to lift the vaccine mandate in Florida, and your department and you did not even do a projection as to how this could impact public health. So you have not prepared hospitals in the Florida counties most at risk with the best treatments for any outbreaks of measles, mumps, rubella, whooping cough, polio, and you have not looked into how many kids might now get these preventable diseases? That's what you're saying?
No, that's what you said. What I'm saying is that it's an issue of right and wrong in terms of whether parents should be able to have ultimate authority over what happens to their kids.
Whether your kids get sick or not, right?
Bodies. And in terms of outbreaks, we do have outbreaks in Florida, just like every state. And
you have more than every other state because you're derelict in your duties in treating this stuff.
Manage those, so there are no new special procedures that need.
So good luck, Florida. You're gonna fucking need it. Meanwhile, the takeover media in full fucking swing. CBS News hires MAGA bias monitor to vet reports. Paramount has found its ombudsman for CBS News, Kenneth Weinstein, the former president and CEO of the conservative-leaning Hudson Institute. So he'll be in charge to make sure that CBS News doesn't say anything Donald Trump doesn't like, to make sure that no unapproved messages from the government get spread. So, yay, everything being taken over in this 1984 hellscape in which we find ourselves. Freedom! Meanwhile, goofy-ass richest man in the world, Elon Musk, just lying his ass off because, like I always tell you guys, it's about total information control. It doesn't matter what the truth is. What matters is this gets spread all across our front pages on Twitter, and everybody sees this. And my show got 1 like on Twitter, 1 like, because I'm shadow banned. Because any message that they don't want you to see, he doesn't delete it. He shadow bans it. And then he boosts up the Republican right-wing talking points, and he hides the left-wing talking points. And then he claims there's no censorship. That's how the game's fucking played. So Elon Musk says that 74,000 AP articles were written about George Floyd, folks. 100% just made up. 0 AP articles written about Irina Zarutsky, which is also made up. You guys heard about this terrible case where this guy, he had schizophrenia. He was a longtime criminal. And this poor girl, this beautiful, beautiful girl, she's like a model, and she's like a refugee from Ukraine. She was just sitting on the bus, and this guy came behind her and like slit her throat and killed her for no fucking reason. Just a brutal fucking crime. Well, this is all over my front timeline because they're blaming black people for this. And they're blaming Democrats for this, of course. It's Democrats and black folks' fault for this. They're making you hate black folks because this black guy who had schizophrenia did this. But this just underscores the fact that we need better medical care in America, right? We need more mental health care. But we don't have anything like that. You know, Ronald Reagan got rid of all the mental health care in this fucking country. We've never looked back because we don't want to spend any money. So all we're going to do is continue to let this shit happen and bitch about it. But anyway, lies to spread racism. That's what Elon Musk does. That's what the world's richest man does. And that's how you do it, folks. Total information control. They own the airwaves. They own the fucking message. It's almost impossible to fight back, which is why it's important for you guys to support the show, because there ain't another one out there like it. Nobody talking about this shit. So help me out if you can. And all right, moving along to the next section, folks. Making good time tonight. Oh, we're an hour and a half in the show. Time for some Free Palestine.
Free Palestine! Why time?
Why time? I don't know what that means, but Free Palestine! Anyway, I'm almost hesitant to play this next clip because I didn't get around to researching it, but I heard that Zohran Mamdani said some lib shit about the Palestinian people and spread the basic democratic lines, and he disappointed a bunch of motherfuckers in the Free Palestine movement. But I hadn't had a lot of time to check into it yet. But anyway, we're going to pretend like that didn't happen for now, but don't worry. I'm going to be all over this shit. Anyway, Zohran Mamdani running for mayor of New York City, asking people not to give him any more money because he already got too much.
Nobody's doing it like him.
Do not send us any more money. We can't take any more of your money. Truly, you need to stop.
The reason why he's telling his supporters to stop sending money is because he's already reached the $8 million spending cap that a candidate in the race can already spend. This is how I know he's going to win, because during the primary, he did the exact same thing. He raised the spending cap of $8 million, all from 18,000 small dollar donations, which makes Mamdani the first candidate in the mayoral race to reach the cap for donations. This is what makes him so over. He already updated his website saying he's no longer selling any more merch, that you can find print-at-home posters and button templates here for free, that you can't donate by check, you can't donate by credit card, and there's no more fundraising activities. Instead of telling his supporters supporters to donate money, he's telling them to donate their time. That's how he won the Democratic primary. He told his supporters to stop donating money and instead donate their time in canvassing, in phone banking, in text banking. He had a 50,000 strong volunteer army pulled off, which was the largest volunteer operation in New York City history. This is the exact definition of servant leadership. A literal philosophy where the leader's primary focus is on serving and supporting the growth and well-being of their team and other stakeholders rather than on their own power or personal gain. Here's the thing, Americans don't know what that looks like nor feels like because it seems like every elected official is always out for their own personal gain. And even though it's good for us, and even though it's exactly what we need, because it's foreign, it's scary to us. Add to that the American and westernized propaganda that we should be scared of him because he's Muslim.
Yeah, but the real reason they want us to be scared of him is because he's anti-Israel and anti-genocide. And folks, you're going to be shocked by this one, but David A. Pakman, according to his former producers, had a little meetup with other influencers, other neo-lib influencers outside the White House. It was kind of an unofficial meetup, but they all got together and they discussed, hey, should we talk about the Palestinian genocide? And guess what they decide? This is literally the former producer of David Pakman.
It absolutely is deliberate. I actually have an email from him after he visited the White House last year on the day of Joe Biden's State of the Union address. He was invited to a private off-the-record meeting with Kamala Harris and several other content creators, including Brian Tyler Cohen, the Mycelis brothers from Midas Touch, and he told me that they all sort of talked amongst themselves at the White House, not in like an official capacity during the meeting, but, you know, just casually as colleagues amongst themselves. And they talked about what their editorial stance is on Gaza. And he told me in an email that they talked amongst themselves and came to the conclusion that the topic is too divisive, it might drag down their channel.
Yeah, too divisive. We might lose money if we do that. We might hurt the Democrats if we do that. So fuck the children. Fuck the genocide, right? Fuck the ethnic cleansing. Money, baby. Democrats are what's fucking important. So we don't actually stand for anything. We don't have any morals. This is why I've been calling David Pakman a fucking weasel for fucking ever. This is why I call this motherfucker out, and I'm not going to stop. If you have any kind of progressive, left-wing, liberal platform and you're not using your platform to call out the genocide of the Palestinian people, I have no fucking use for you. You're my enemy just like every other motherfucker, and I'll do whatever I can to take your ass down. Not that I have any power. You motherfuckers are lucky I don't have any power. But whatever comes to you, whatever karma comes to you is rightly deserved, you sack of shits.
That it's a poison pill, and that it's better if they just don't talk about it at all. Now, Brian Tyler Cohen literally...
I did the exact opposite. I lost my largest donor. Because fuck that shit, right?
He has never done anything on Gaza. Beyond that, during the 2020 primary, even though he was regularly putting out videos covering news and politics, never once mentioned Bernie Sanders during the 2020 primary. And we see today with this rise of Zohran Mamdani, has Brian Tyler Cohen covered him? No, not at all. So I would suggest that, yes, there absolutely is suppression on Gaza, but there also goes beyond that into like a broader like shutting down of leftist issues. If you are a content creator and you have a platform of 3 million...
It's controlled opposition, folks. Total information control. Even those that are on our side toe the company line. They say what they know they're supposed to fucking say to make the money, folks. So there's no real opposition to any of this shit. It's people like Bill Maher, David Pakman, you know.
4 million people, and it's your job to analyze
Ethan
news
Klein,
and politics for a living.
Destiny.
And yet you don't ever mention Gaza. It's like, I just don't understand how you would be able to sleep with yourself at night. I certainly wasn't able to.
They sleep on stacks of $100 bills. They dry their eyes with $100 bills.
When I worked for him, you know, to be honest, I sort of feel like I have blood on my hands, where it's like he has this audience of 3 million people who are, you know, broadly moderate, centristy, liberal types who, you know, theoretically, if they did hear about what was happening there, then, you know, they might have been more critical of Biden. There might have been potential to pressure him and change his policy on it. But because it was shut out entirely, it became much less present in...
This is David Pakman's ex-producer, like I told you guys. And moving on! Cool story, bro. Give me my taxes back. Folks, they hate you. They act like they don't fucking need us, but welfare queens with their hand out all the fucking time. If you don't need our help, you don't care what we fucking say, give me my taxes back.
Hello, world. How are you? I have a quick little message for you from the Israeli people. We do not care what you say or think.
We know.
We don't need you to like us.
We know you don't care. We know that, look, we know that you rule us, okay? We know that you fucking despise us. You don't have any respect for us whatsoever. And why would you? You're literally genociding children and you're making us pay for it. Why you hate us? You're literally taking money from the people you hate and we continuously dump it upon you. We back up the dump trucks upon you. We let you do fucking anything. We let us abuse you in every goddamn way a person can abuse another person. So why would you have any respect for us? I understand.
You guys are virtue signaling at best. You do not care about innocent Palestinians.
Like, let's say that was true. Let's say we are just virtue signaling. Let's say this is all performative. That's an ad hominem attack. That doesn't have any bearing on whether what we're saying is true or not. Even if we were doing it performatively, even if we were doing it for our own ego, if what we're saying is actually true, that's what fucking counts, you know?
Dying, and this is why you do not condemn Hamas, the same oppressor that came on October 7th into Israel, breached the border, slaughtered.
I think pretty much everybody says that innocent people getting killed is awful, regardless of which side is having it done to them, and everybody engaged in it should be tried, and when found guilty should be punished by the law. We should have some kind of international courts in there that investigate all this shit, and both fucking sides should be held accountable for their war crimes, right? No, it's you that don't believe in that. You don't think that your side should be held accountable for all the war crimes you've done, only Hamas. It's actually you that's projecting everything you're saying on us right now.
Thousands of people, took hostages, and still refused to give them away, even though he knows that will be the end to this war. You guys don't care about innocent people. You just care about hating Jews.
I know, right? We really care about hating Jews. Like, literally, I don't give a shit what religion you are. All religions are equally fucking stupid, but you can believe and worship any fucking thing you want. Who gives a shit? Literally, the only thing we care about is the genocide of the Palestinian people. Never had a bad thing to say about a Jew one fucking time in my entire life. Not a single video where I'm fucking talking about a Jew. Who the fuck gives a shit? This is what you guys do, though. Because when actual cases of anti-Semitism happen, you cheapen them by claiming everything is anti-Semitism. Meanwhile, some good news. Apparently, just in, Spain recalls its its ambassador from Israel hours after imposing an arms embargo, and after Israeli FM Gideon Sar accuses Spain government of anti-Semitism. Yes, Spain's embassy in Tel Aviv closes full arms embargo. I mean, 2 years, a little too late to be honest with you, but better than nothing, I guess. Hopefully, maybe the world will start doing something, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. And then one more. Let's watch this hero, y'all. This is pretty funny. This guy using sarcasm at a town meeting to hold his congressperson accountable.
I'd like to apologize, Congressman, for what happened here. There was no reason for these people to get that loud. You're just trying to have a town hall with everybody. And even though genocide is happening there and women and children are getting targeted in Gaza and Palestine, the West Bank, we should kind of just put that aside while we talk about other things, because they're not white children and white women. They're just brown children. So it's not really an issue. And even though you've taken a ton of money from APAC and DMFI, and you lied about it, that's no big deal, because we want to have a happy meeting here. Can't we just have a happy meeting, everybody? How about a hug? Everybody a group hug. And forget about the dead children. Sorry to upset you, but your children aren't being killed.
Yeah, you don't give a shit about those children. Why are you upset? You're more upset with what that guy said than you are of dead children. That's how you know you're a fucking sack of shit. The worst among us, but you go, King. Love that. And that is my Free Palestine for this evening, folks. And all right, I got to quit religious bullshit. Only 2 tonight. And I got 1, 2, 3 Beyond Parodies and 2 heroes. So last chance to get your super chats in. If you guys want to help me meet my nut. We're only halfway there tonight, so I'd appreciate it. And all right, time for some religious bullshit. Sing along into the words. Religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. And another shocking story, folks. All the pedophiles covering for each other. No charges for Nazarene church leaders after several girls allege abuse. Because why would they hold anybody accountable? There won't be charges filed against several Nazarene church leaders after they were alleged to have known about years of sexual abuse involving several girls and not report it. It was last fall that 91-year-old Charles Sullivan was arrested in connection with the alleged crimes. He was a board member at Shawnee First Church in Nazarene for several years. Yeah, they all knew about it, folks. They all covered up for him. And so no accountability whatsoever, because why would God's people protect children? Even though the Bible specifically says that it is better a millstone be thrown around your neck and you thrown into the sea than to harm one of these little children. They pick and choose whatever they want to from the Bible, baby. Doesn't really bother them. And meanwhile, did you guys know society hates Christians, conservatives, because they're hard to manipulate and control? Totally. The reason society hates Christian conservatives is because we're harder to manipulate and control. Definitely. I mean, yeah, you guys are believing ancient fairy tales written by primitive screwheads with zero evidence whatsoever. Literally the dumbest fucking stories that even children should know are ridiculous. And you still believe in your adulthood, but yeah, you're so hard to manipulate. I'm with you. I love those thirst traps too. So serious, just walking. I'm glorifying God by doing this. Now, you trying to get some dick. You trying to get that Christian dick. You know Christians can't fuck, girl. You can do better. And all right, that's my quick religious bullshit for you guys tonight. And all right, got a Beyond Parody to finish you guys off with a happy ending. And then we're going to do a couple heroes and get the fuck out of here. But for now, moving along, it's time for Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody! And folks, this first was fucking hilarious. This is another one I had to look up to see if this was fucking real or not. This is real, y'all. This is a real fucking picture. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders speaking at an MLK meetup. Got these black cheerleaders out in the fucking rain waiting for her. Look at the faces on these girls. This girl, like, cold as shit. This girl just looking down. I can't believe I had to do this for this racist old white bitch. This one giving the side eye. This one ain't trying to hide it. Bitch, I hate you. They all hate you. What is going on? But yeah, this is real, folks. How can this be real? But it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce the 47th governor of the great state of Arkansas, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Now, Governor Sanders, give you a little history, is the first woman to serve.
Who cares? That's woke.
As the governor of Arkansas.
Why does her sex matter? Why are you bringing DEI into this? Don't clap for that. Anyway, hilarious. Speaking of the MLK Commission Conference in Little Rock, Arkansas, and just look at all those happy faces behind her, folks. Just fucking hilarious. I love the side eyes. Just can't make this shit up. What the shit. And all right. One more on Beyond Parody, folks. And you guys know who perhaps is going to be the next president of Ireland? Rapist Conor McGregor. And you know he's going to win because he's so good at the English. This is a real tweet by Conor McGregor. Ireland, you are president. And hey, I think we can all agree that Ireland, you are president. Oh my God, he's so stupid. But yeah, he'll probably win because that's who we are as a fucking society. The dumbest motherfuckers roll us. So why not rapist, pint-sized midget motherfucker Conor McGregor? You are president. And that is my Beyond Parody for this evening, y'all. And got two heroes coming up with. So last chance to get your super chats in, folks. If you want to help me out, help me make my $300 nut. And oh, there we go, BBC, help me out, BBC. God damn it, man. You guys who like this show, you better really appreciate BBC, because I swear to God, this show would not be on the air right now. I would have to go work at Walmart for BBC. He's like literally keeping the show on the air. So fuck. Thank you, Alex. Thanks, fucking thank you. Thank you for keeping the fucking show on there. I love doing this. I think it's a good show, but if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be fucking on. And all right, we're along, folks. Little Billy Bowie with some heroes.
We
Sabrina Carpenter. Do you guys know who this is? Like, literally, I don't really know anything about Sabrina Carpenter. I know she's a singer, but I've never heard any of her songs. I'm assuming, though, once again, I don't know anything about her, but I'm assuming she used to be a Disney kid. The only reason I'm assuming that is because every time I see her, she's hypersexualized. Like in every picture, she's like wearing a dog collar or on her knees, pretending to suck some guy's dick, dressed like Marilyn Monroe, but it's so sexual. And I'm like, she has to have been a Disney kid, right? Because that's what every Disney kid does. Once they hit a certain age, they want to distance themselves, let the public know, I'm all grown up now. I'm no longer a child. So they get real fucking sexual with it. Anyway, Sabrina Carpenter sends clear political message at the MTV VMAs with huge sign on stage that says, "In trans we trust." So yeah, that's pretty cool. In trans we trust. You go, girl. And stop guilt tripping. I ain't guilt tripping her. She can be as sexualized as she want to. I'm just saying that's what like they all do. Like Miley Cyrus did the same thing. Britney Spears. What is that other one that was dating? The one from Wicked. All of them, every single one of them get super fucking sexual. Once they hit 18, they go nuts with that shit so they can separate themselves from their past shit. You know you. I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna listen to your music regardless of how sexual or prudish you are. Either way, it ain't had no effect on me. But anyway, based, you go, Sabrina Carpenter. What does she even sing? And last but not least, on the heroes, big shout out to this hero, this random guy on the street that Don Lemon walked up to and tried to do an interview with. And the guy just gives Don Lemon the fucking business. Don Lemon trying to be a dickhead, but it don't work the way you're doing it, Don. Watch this shit.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
Can we talk to you? Where are you from? You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
Thank you. So are you.
Yeah.
So are you. How do you know? Literally, he knows who you are, Don Lemon, so he would know if you're a moron. But saying, I know you are, but what am I, is the lamest comeback you can possibly imagine, okay? If you're cool, you just be like, damn, that's hurtful. Why I gotta be an idiot? Or something like that. But to immediately insult the guy back, that's just lowbrow. Not very quick on your feet there, Don.
In New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
Thank you. So are you.
Yeah, that's very nice of you to say.
Nice to say.
Except you've never heard anything I've had to say.
That's
and
right.
I've heard a whole bunch of what you.
I'm glad you watched me.
No, I don't.
Why?
But you just get clipped everywhere.
I know, but why don't you? You said
you're an LOL cow. We just clip you out and we play you all over the Twitter sphere. We all make fun of you because you're stupid as shit, Don.
You don't watch me, but you know who I am, and I get clipped.
Before I realized that CNN and MSNBC were full of shit, every once in a while I'd see.
What do you watch?
I watch all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but why do you say CNN and MSNBC are full of shit?
Because they lie.
But about what? Be
everything.
Specific. What's everything?
Everything.
How you doing,
You guys
sir?
do lie about a lot. You are dipshits. I don't know. Don't like you. That guy's probably a dipshit too. But everybody needs to give the business to Don Lemon, in my opinion. I'm all for that. And, all right. That is my show for this evening, folks. Fuck yeah, we did it. Another successful episode of the Dusty Smith Show. Gonna play. God damn it. No, everything's bad. Gonna read the super chats. But hey, if you bail out, do me a favor, leave a comment. Please go sign up to my Patreon account. Y'all don't let me go out of business. Support the art you enjoy, or it's going to die. And PayPal. Click on use your link thing for your camera, QR code at the top. PayPal is a great way to support the show. Thank you in advance. I'm sorry for asking, folks, but I will die. And hope this helps. It does. 100 pounds, Pound Town, helping me make my nut as always. I've been watching your channel since your first video. Thank you for the logic. Fuck yeah. 16 years, y'all. 16 years on YouTube. I'm still going. I'm one of the OG YouTubers, one of the only one who managed to keep a show going for 16 years as still my job. Still doing it, folks. So thank people like BBC for keeping me in business, Rebecca Poise, and all the rest of you who donated. It really means a lot. And 5 tickets was fucking smooth. All right, that's all I got. But hey, that'll do, folks. Folks, I'll be back on Wednesday. We're going back to the 3 shows a week because that's all the market will support. Hey, there you go, Bud. You have the only show worth watching from the beginning to end. I know, right? There just ain't much out there, to be honest with you. I wish there was, man. I wish there was somebody who was doing this better than me, because then I would watch them and I would have more entertainment. But it's just, I'm not really worried about it. I feel like I do have pretty good job security. Not job security. I guess that's not the right word, but I don't feel like anybody's going to come take my place anytime soon. I can goddamn say that for sure, because hard to do this. Hard as shit to do this. And all right, folks, got to be back Wednesday. Got an after party coming for you guys, so go get your ticket. I'll see you then. To play us out, we're going to play a little song called The Perfect Country Song. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Load up. You got it. Come on, motherfucker. Load up. God damn it. All right, there we go. Good night, y'all.
Well, I drank 1,000,000 billion beers and got in my truck.
Oh, Jeff Moore, did you do the PayPal? All right, I guess I should have done the PayPal again. Let me go ahead and do the PayPal again, Jeff. Sorry, before I do this. Jeff bitched at me about not reading the PayPals. I would have read the next show. I actually did read yours the very next show, Jeff. So I did do it, to be honest with you. But since you're asking me to do it live, I'll do it now and I'll do it next time, okay? Why not? PayPal.com. My buddy Jeff just got back from Florida. How was Florida, Jeff? He said he burned his feet. That's no fun. Fucking Florida. That's why you shouldn't go there. But it's Jeff's happy place. So you got to go where you're happy, Jeff. Everybody wants you to be happy. And my buddy Jeff, $20 from Jeff. Woo! And William Johnson sent me $4.44. Hell yeah. Let's see if Jeff said anything. Jeff says, maybe you'll see this one. See you soon. I saw the last one, Jeff. I read it. You just didn't see it because you're too busy gallivanting around in Florida. Love you, Jeff. This one's for you. Have a beer for me.
Lord, I'm drunk, and I ain't drove this bad in 1,000,000,000 years, and this rusty Chevy's a piece of junk. But baby, when it rains, I drink, and lately it's been raining a lot, so maybe
Little Mimi, $35, very generous. Appreciate you, Little Mimi. Everybody love the Mimi. It's cowboy season. Turn the mud, and the more I drink it, the more it flows. Oh, lady, let me love you the right way. Talking about you, Mimi. Yeah, 10 minutes from my place, but first I gotta make it out of my driveway. This country living is what we do. We're fishing and grilling our cowboy boots. And girl, I gotta see that body tonight. But first I gotta learn how to fucking drive. Cause baby, when it rains I drink. And lately it's been raining a lot. So maybe you and me can link. But first I gotta get to your spot. I'm swerving and smashing into every tree and deer and hay, but it's cowboy season. The storm tides are turning to mud, and the more I drink it, the more it flows. Oh, lady, I'm gonna love you the right way. I need you on this country night, baby. Yeah, it's 10 minutes from my place, but first I gotta make it out of my driveway. This is on my Cultofdusty Dusty page.
Yeah, maybe when it rains I drink, and lately it's been raining a lot. So maybe you and me can link, but first I gotta get to your spot. Your spot.
I'm swerving, I'm smashing into every tree and deer and hay, but it's cowboy season. The storm tides are turning to mud, and the more I drink it, the more it floods. So lady, let me love you the right way. I need you on this country night, babe. Yeah, 10 minutes from my place, but first I gotta make it out of my driveway. This is a Dusty Smith video. Yeah, baby, when it rains, I drink. And lately it's been raining a lot. So maybe you and me can link. But first I gotta get to your spot. Good night, everybody. See you on Wednesday.